is right here. Hey, greetings, blessings. How are you?
Give thanks unto the Most High, you know, and give thanks to the I for having me a part of your show.
Anytime, really, always welcome.
Really appreciate that. I want to say first and foremost, blessings to all your UK listeners, and I'm saying all across Europe, Asia, Africa, North America, where we're at right now. And I say more love and more blessings to each and every one, you know, and I say give thanks again, you know, Most High.
Bless up, bless up. And, you know, give thanks to you for actually, you know, coming through, doing the interview. It's always a blessing to have a great artist on the show, for real.
Give thanks, man. It's my duty, you know what I'm saying? We got music, we wanna sing some music, and we wanna represent in this time, you know, we have relevant music for the time, you know what I'm saying? So it's good to be here and presenting the music to the people. Yeah.
For real, for real. So you know what? Let's kick it off. Tell the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, and kind of what kind of music you do.
Lazah Current was born in Jamaica, South Central Manchester, right? And grew up for a bit before I transferred to Canada.
Okay.
I came to Canada at a young age and spent quite a bit of time here in Canada. Went through schooling and stuff. Went to Umbra College where I learned music here in Toronto, Canada. Umbra College is a music college here in Toronto. So I went through that, and then I joined a band. The band name was Messenjah, and we a recording band. We actually got signed to a major recording label, and so we toured extensively throughout North America. So we were well known throughout North America and somewhat in the Caribbean also, right?
Okay.
That band actually won the Juno Award, right? Which is the equivalent of the Grammy Award in the United States. And I was with them, and then I decided to do my own thing. And so I started focusing on my solo career, and I started going to Jamaica, making music and distributing it here in Canada and to wherever I could get it to throughout the world. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Wow, what a journey already. So, you know, what started that all off? I know you've talked about the band, you talked about your solo career, but what started that off when you were a young boy? How did it all begin?
Well, music, you know, music is, I think, from your inside the womb of your mom, you know, like you're hearing music, you know what I'm saying? So I was born into music. Music was always on every corner back home, you know, from way back in those days. So music was always on every corner. So we used to listen to music, and, you know, one of my favorite instruments was the bass guitar. They used to have a thing called dub, you know what I'm saying? When they flip the song over and play the rhythm section. I used to love that. I used to be on at shop Pazers dancing, you know, like, you know, like when jukebox is playing and the music is nice, you know, you have a bunch of us just dancing to the music and loving the music. So I believe that was where it started as a little youngster before I came to Canada. And when I was in Canada, now I started to focus my attention more on it and started taking music. I started taking music in this, my classes, and, you know, before I went to Umbra College, then I was asked to join the band, and so I did, and
Wow. You know, let's talk about that. So the band Messenjah, how did that kind of all develop? And then you got asked to come into the band. So how did you meet the guys? How did that all happen?
Okay, well, in Canada here, I live in a little town called Kitchener, right? And so I went to school in that town prior to going to Umbra College. So I left the little town, and then I went to Umbra College, where I spent 2 years out of a 3-year course.
Okay.
After a time, I started going back to Kitchener, that little town that I came from to go to Humber College. And there, the band was there doing their thing. They had just started out, actually, maybe a month or just a couple of months before I got there. And they were doing their thing. And so I used to go watch them rehearse and stuff like that. And then one of the band member said to me that, hey, would you like to be a part of the band? And I took bass. I'm a bass player, right?
Yeah.
So bass playing was my major instrument. But unfortunately, the band had a bass player singer, right? And I was hoping that he would give up the bass so I could actually play bass, and he would just do the singing, right? But that wasn't his intention. His intention was always to play bass and sing, right? So it kind of had me in a situation whereby okay, there's no room for me then. But then the lead vocalist at the time, right, said to me, listen, man, you are a Humber College student and you're taking music at the college. You should know a lot about music. Why don't you switch over and start playing some keyboards, right? And I go, no, I've never really played keyboards, right?
Yeah.
And he said to me, listen, it's simple, man. Don't you worry about anything. Just, we just want you to just hold the chords for us, right? And in so doing, after a time, you will develop the skill. You will hone a skill towards playing this instrument. So I says, you sure, man? And he says, yes, man. So then I just started playing the keys. And to be honest with you, that was I think that was a precursor to me being a solo artist. Because with bass guitar, you are somewhat restricted. But playing keyboards, right, allowed me to be able to move from behind the keys and sing, or even sing while I was playing the keys, right? And so it was a blessing in disguise, in that the bass player did not want to, he didn't want to play bass. Right? So basically, that was my beginning. So I started to, like at the time, DJing, because it was in the late 80s, early 90s, right? Actually, back middle 80s, right? So DJing, like your Shaba and your Buju and all these guys are like hot, and DJing at the time was a part of the music genre, right? So you have your singer and you have your DJ, right? So I started to DJing, and they like what I was doing in the band, right? So we would combinate, you know what I'm saying? So the singer would sing and then I would DJ. And then that's how my thing started to develop, right? And after a time, I had become one of the feature vocalists in the band.
Wow.
Right? So, and then from there, I realized that the band was more of a North American kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? And I was always interested in the authenticity of the music. And I find that, I wanted to do more of that. So after a time, I decided that I wanted to start visiting back home, visiting Jamaica. Whereby I started to create music, bringing it forward and having it played on the radio stations. And like I said, sent to different places that I could get it played. And that was where, Lazah Current started to develop and to become. You know what I mean?
Definitely. Wow, what a journey. Loads of different obstacles there, but you seem to just keep fighting through, and it was meant to be for different reasons.
Yes, it was. It was. And especially, in these times, relevant music is needed. Relevant music for the time. And if you notice, my music is really focused on many of the issues that impact us in this time. So, you know, like I think I was, you know, predestined to be who I am right now, Lazah Current, singing music for the people. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. One thing I wanted to ask you about was the authenticity you mentioned earlier. A lot of artists, especially those from the genre of 80s, 90s, are saying that it's kind of losing its way at the moment. What is your thoughts about it?
Well, you know, music evolves, right?
Yeah.
And so you know, the youngsters has found a different way of presenting their music musically, you know what I mean, rhythmically. They've found a way to present their music. We like the root of the music, you know, you can point to people like, you know, Bob Marley, you know, Peter Tosh, Jimmy Cliff, and all these brethren, right? Burning Spear. They reggae music, you know, you can focus on those guys amongst many others who are also reggae artists and players of the music, right?
For real.
So the reggae, I believe, is, you know, can never die because it's a heartbeat music.
Yeah.
When you hear it, it goes. It's about the heart. Dancehall music is entertainment music. You know what I'm saying? It is not as long lasting as reggae music. You know, you still play a Bob Marley now, right? And it's still relevant. You know, persons can, this is talking to me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
definitely.
That dancehall music is something that is trendy. You know what I'm saying? It's all about entertainment and people having fun, right? So it is required because, you know, it's a part of our culture. We want to have fun too, as well as, you know, the conscious music. But at this point in time, I believe that the requirement of reggae music is very, very important, right? Because it speaks about, you know, what's going on, you know what I'm saying? The relevancy of what's going on now and talking about it. And it's also a music that is for poor people. And we realize that, you know, poor people, you know, things hasn't changed, you know, like you go back, like you leave Jamaica for years and you go back and it's the same thing that you're seeing. In fact, one would think that it would get better, right? But for the most part, it remains stagnated the same way and even worse. So, you know, our singing the music is always going to be consistent. You know, it will never change because the system does not change. And the system is focused on, you know, some having power over others, and those who have, you know, the wealth and the power is their goal is to continue suppressing the poor. Division. Right? Definitely. Yeah. Yes, right. So basically, you know, we will continue to do reggae music. Reggae music will always, the authentic music will always be there because it speaks to the soul and the heart and the mind. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. And one of the tunes that I'm going to play a little bit of now, of your tunes, I've been playing this tune for a good while now. And I'm thinking, I love this tune. I'm going to play this tune and then if you tell me a little bit about it, because this is a tune, people. It's called Lately. Take a listen.
Yeah, this one is for a special lady. She's my best friend. Oh yeah, yes. Oh no. Oh, hey. Is it that you get too busy? Why you don't remember your friends? Girl, you used to come around, yeah. Now you want her pause to dance, yeah. something is going on that you don't want nobody else to know about. It's like you don't trust I no more for reasons I'm not too sure. Lately I don't see you used to come around. I was always thinking that you'd wear my empress crown. Lately I don't see you used to come around, but lately you've been staying away. Tell me what's going on. Girl, did you hear something that you shouldn't hear?
Yeah, you know, that is just a tune, seriously. Tell us about that tune. Is it a real tune? Is it an experience? Tell us about that song.
Well, you know, these songs are inspirational, you know what I mean? We get inspired and we do these songs. And in this case, you know, like, you meet somebody who you spend some time with, and they're, you know, you get to, you know, feel their energy, and, you know, it's like a special kind of feeling and love and all these things that you have for these, some people, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean that, you know, it has gotten to the point where, okay, it's a relationship and, you know, we're together now, we're man and woman, but it is developing to that stage. You know what I'm saying? And then after a time, you know, like, for some reason, you know, things, you know, she has something that has distracted her. And so, you know, like the kind of vibes and the energy that was there before is not there anymore. So this song is, you know, once that feeling and that energy and that vibe starts to become a reality, then, you know, inspiration start to take place. And being an artist, you know, you're gonna talk about it and try to rectify whatever difficulty that might be there. You know what I'm saying? So you know, you just write a song, and when I am on stage, I actually say that this is a letter that I write to a special person, you know, that I thought would become, you know, in my life, someone who will wear my empress crown, right? And so it's a letter, but it's in a song. You know what I mean? I use that letter and I made it into a song. So that's what that's all about still, you know?
I think that's why I like it so much, is because, you know, listening to tunes that you hear from 60s, 70s, 80s, and then this tune now is like a nice tune. And a lot of the times nowadays, they seem to just be quite raw tunes when it comes to love, you know. And I just liked it because it wasn't raw. It was just you telling your reality of what you see, and it was just a nice vibe and a nice energy. So big up for that, definitely.
Give thanks, man. Give thanks, DJ Kat. You know, it's all about maturity, like doing music for mature audience too. And this is not about, you know, the present dancehall kind of girl songs that you hear that, you know, they all parts of the anatomy and stuff like that is being mentioned. It's not about that. It's about a mature song that persons can listen to and go, wow, this is such a very beautiful song. I'm feeling this song, you know, and you know what I'm saying? That kind of vibes, man.
Man, for real. And so, you know, who inspires you? I want to know who inspires you, your influences. Who gives you that energy and that vibe?
My name is Lazah Current, you know, so I've always had energy. When I perform on stage, you know, I have a lot of energy. So basically, you know, like back in the days when I used to be with a band, right? You know, like there was a song that they used to play, and I used to come out stage and I would like go crazy with a lot of energy, right? It's a dancing vibes, right? But it's more energy than even dancing, you know? And I would say to the people like, listen, this is not really dancing. This is like 95% energy and only 5% dancing, you know what I'm saying? So, and you know, that's that energy. I think that's where my name came from, Lazah Current, because current is energy, and then laser is also a form of energy. You know what I mean? direct pointing, you know, specific, you know what I mean? That's what it's all about. So it's a direct and specific energy, lots of energy. So I perform with that kind of vibes.
Definitely. And, you know, one of the tunes as well that I liked, you did some great works with Luciano. And I wanted to know how that kind of developed, how that relationship kind of kicked off. How did that happen?
Oh, man. Well, you don't know, you know, Papa, you know, I call him Papa. Luciano is such a beautiful, beautiful soul, man. You know, I love that bridging. I love that bridging a lot, you know, because he shows me that, hey, you know what I mean? I'm an artist. And it's all about the love inside the music, the passionate love for people. You know, this is what comes out of my music. And so I've always been a conscious person and a person who's looking at all the things that's happening inside the world. You know what I mean? And so this song, you know, is no different from most of my other songs that's dealing with social issues, right? So power to the people. You know, we realize that, you know, back home in Jamaica, a lot of people does not have the power. You know what I'm saying? And they don't, I mean, they are the power, but they don't realize that they are the power. And so there are those who basically take advantage of the situation, and, you know, a few holds on to the power, and then they have most of the people thinking that, you know, they're not valuable. You know what I'm saying? And it's based off individualizing people, make them feel like, you know, okay, it's me alone, so I don't really, you know, like I can't match with these guys. These guys got lots of money and they got lots of power. I personally call them Goliath. The system, you know what I'm saying? I call it Goliath. But what the people need to recognize is that, hey, listen, unity is the strength, right? So the strength comes when we unify together, right? Strength is in number, and our number is strength. So hence the question is asked, where is the power of the people, right? Where is the strength of the people, right? So I wrote this song, and you know, prior to linking up with Papa, with Luciano, and I presented it to him, and you know, it's really funny because when I approached him, you know, he was very busy doing his thing, you know, at the studio, working a lot, right? And every time we were supposed to do the song in the studio, there was something else that would come up. And I was humble, you know, like I'm going, okay, you know, like I'm just going to go with the flow, you know, and persons would be saying, you know what, this is going to be a big song, a hit song, because, you know, there's something that's holding it back from happening, right? So it's going to happen at the right time. And when it does happen, it's going to be a very big song. And so I approached him, and, you know, like I presented it to him, and he loved it. In fact, I actually gave him a bunch of songs to listen to, right? And he, you know, he listened to them, and he was the one that decided that, Lazah, this song is the song that we need to voice together. And so he was the one that inspired me to actually do this song and release this song, because I had other songs. But I'm so thankful that he's a part of it, and inspired, because, you know, when Luciano speaks, you know, you go, yes, Papa, you know what I mean? You're not gonna, you know, because he's established. Right, he's established. He's all over the world, you know what I mean? So once he said that, I said, yeah, man, okay, no problem. Let's do this one then. And so we did this one, and we did a video for it also, right? Which is a reflection of what the song is about, and, you know what I mean, you know, getting people to understand that, you know, they're the power. And also it speaks about, you know, the fact that there are those who hold the power, and they have so much influence over people. So you know, but the idea is not to be overpowered by the influence that they have, but be focused on the power that we have in unity.
Definitely. Yeah. You know, one thing I'm always interested in as a DJ is the creative process of an artist. So I want to know how do you kind of go about your creativity? Do you write it down? Do you freestyle? How does it happen for you?
I'm not a freestyler. You know, like I will freestyle a little bit, but it's not a part of me. And I believe it's because I did not grow up as an artist that work with sound system, right? A lot of the artists who has that ability, they work with sound system, and a bunch of guys, you know, doing their thing, and you're trying to be impressive, right? So, you know, you have to come up with lyrical content right there, you know what I'm saying? And so by practicing that, practicing, it becomes like second nature. You know what I mean? I grew up with a band, right? My time was with a band. So that wasn't a part of my meds. It was always, you know, a writer writes a song, comes to the rehearsal, and we practice the song, right? And so that was my training. That was how I was developed. So whenever I write whenever I create songs, it's always deep thoughts, right? Written. I have to write, right? And so sometimes a song comes to you just like that. You know what I mean? Within a few hours, it's written. But then there are other songs that take some time, because you know what, you want to make sure the song make the statement and make the point that you're trying to get across, right? And so I am more inclined to writing songs. I see the things out there, and once I start writing, sometimes, you know, the things just come back to your mindset, and you go, okay, I remember when I saw that. This is going to be a part of this song, right?
Correct. Definitely.
Yeah, so that's how I deal with it. Yeah, man.
Wow. So you know what? Speaking of that, let's go to another tune that you've done. This one here, I like this tune as well. It's called Why People.
Oh yes, it's done. Question again. Okay. Hear them say, trust for science, no defiance. Certain questions of the ask. The system is your reliance. Comply or feel the cost. Go back and COVID, them say a dangerous task. And when you get the vaccine, you still have to wear your mask. The mind will contemplate, we will ponder and will wonder. Information disseminate, is it facts or propaganda? Insane is now in the mix, so locked down it might be longer. Will you choose to be careful or get stronger? It's the new norm. Big question, wonder if I need to go shopping next week. Tell them I know I wear mask, but them say that a COVID time, social distance. COVID time, you stay over there, so I over here, so it's not like before. And if you not upon your mask, you will get out with the virus or more. So them say, separating family, and it seems that if they want to roboticize humanity.
Well, you know what? I can guess what that one's about, definitely. But what made you write? What made you write a tune like that? What made you go, you know what? I need to write something about this.
Well, as I said, you know, we're the eyes and the ears of the people. Singers and players of instruments are the eyes and the ears of people. We see things, and we are in touch socially. Yeah. So, you know, when the introduction of this virus and the idea of 2 weeks lockdown before everything would get back to normal, and then, you know, 2 weeks led to 4 weeks, and then 4 weeks led to 4 months, and 4 months led to where, you know, there's a lockdown, and grandma can't hug their children, you know, and 6 foot distance and all of these things. And then it led to where now it is like there are those who believe who believe in the science, this quote unquote science, and they agree with the idea of being vaccinated. But then there are those, there are those who are of a different, of an opposite mindset. And it is like, it's almost like the world is split in two regarding this. And this is like serious because, you know, like, why is it that so many people are of the opinion, right? Are of the opinion that there might be something not right about this thing, right? But then on the other hand, there are those who say it is what we need to get rid of this virus, right? And so if one really listens to both sides of the argument, right, you will find that you know, a lot of persons who are affected by this virus, right? They're those who have a lot of underlying health issues, right? Maybe obese, asthma, whatever, right? And so they're impacted by it. And due to that fact, a lot of persons are of the opinion that it's killing a lot of people. But if you're not eating healthy and exercising and all these things, the impact of this virus can be so much more impactful on you then, right? So the idea is to be eating healthy and exercising. You know, don't get yourself in a position where you're eating to the things that's not going to be good for your system. So with that said, you know, it makes sense then that, you know, I ask the question why? Because, you know, if we are aware of the fact that, you know, it impacts more person than others. And me, before COVID, I've been healthy. And during COVID, I've been healthy. And now at this point, I'm still healthy, you know, like energetic, and I'm not affected by it. So I'm going, it's just like, maybe just like the flu, because, you know, if you go into certain space, whatever, you'll get the flu, and then you have a spell of it, right? No, the question is, why is so many people thinking that it is something that's going to affect the whole world? And why is it some people are thinking that, hey, you know, I'm okay. And I should have a choice in terms of if I want to be, for instance, vaccinated, right? Or not, right? If I feel that I'm healthy and my body's in good order and good shape, I think I have the choice to say, well, I really don't want to be vaccinated because there's nothing wrong with me. But for those persons who have chosen to do their vaccination, it's also their choice. You know, if they feel that that is what they need, then it's their choice. So, you know, the tug of war and the separation and the division is really why, you know, this song came about. Why is it that, you know, there's two sides to this, and why is it that they are both so serious about what they believe in?
Definitely. I agree with you, for real. And so, you know, when it comes to writing music, like you said, you write things that are happening, that are for the people. What would you say to young artists coming up and want to get into this music business? What would you say to them?
In terms of writing music?
Yeah, in terms of music, the business itself, what kind of advice, you know, that sort of thing, really.
Well, I mean, music, as you say, it's a business. And, you know, one needs to be creative. The youngsters these days, you know, like, it's amazing how they can get their music across the world. You know what I'm saying? With the advent of all these, you know, online platforms, etc., IG, Facebook, Twitter, all these platforms enables the youth to really get their music across the world. And but one of the things that the platforms has also enabled is the fact that the way that the creativeness of music, the mind, and, you know, how you put the music together, You know, you have your bass and you have your guitar, and the melody is running through your head, and you say, okay, this melody should go here, and this melody should go there. What is happening now, I'm seeing, is that a lot of beats are placed online, and a lot of the youngsters are more inclined to taking those beats and making their music, you know. And also there are those who also are doing the music where they're also enhanced with, if you want to call it enhanced, with different things that they use, like harmonizers and all these things, to make one's voice, you know, come out, you know, the way they want to hear it and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So with those things, you know, like, you know, they got to do what they got to do. But I am more into the creative aspect of it, you know, from back in the days of jazz, blues, rock and roll, you know, ska, reggae. You know, it's all about creating music. You know, bass, drums, guitar, keyboard, everybody has their own, you know, their own vibes and their own energy that they're pushing into the music. Now it's one person sit around a keyboard and he plays all the music. So you're only getting that one kind of vibe that's coming. But, you know, with back in the days, you know, it's all about people coming together and expressing themselves via their instrument that they're playing. And so that's, I more am inclined to that way of creating the music, with it, which I say is the authentic way.
For real, definitely. So do you feel like live bands are sort of dying out, or do you think it's coming back? What's your thoughts about it?
It has to come back. Because you know, and it's on its way back. Well, with this present situation, the world situation right now, you know, whereby, you know, all these different thoughts are going into the thing, and you know, these you know, they're actually presenting their way of wanting to see the music done, right? You know, and it worries me because, you know, like I love live music. I love to be in the audience and hearing the music play. I love to be able to look at the bass guitar playing, doing his thing. I love to, you know, look at the drummer doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention, you know, not to mention the artists, right? And that energy that is bouncing off back and forth. Artist, band, audience, back and forth. That energy, there's nothing that is, you know, is more powerful than that, in my opinion, right? So, you know, live band is my choice, and that's what I would love to see. And I hope that, you know, with all that's going on, you know, that's just for a time, and then we'll go back into the stage where it's live band and live audience. That's what I want to see.
Well, for real, I hope so as well. But, you know, it's slowly but surely I'm seeing a lot more of that, you know, with the likes of Chronix, Kabaka Pyramid, Jesse Royal. They're kind of going with the live band kind of vibe. So hopefully more and more will keep doing it, for real.
Yeah, man, and Lazah Corrento. Man. You don't know. You don't know. The objective is also to, you know, have my own band, because I have, you know, way more than enough music to be able to take my thing out there on the international stage and present it to the world. You know, I want to be in UK very soon, and I want to be everywhere and present the music, because in this time we have relevant music for the time, you know, current music for current time. It's more power to the people, you know what I'm saying? We're focusing on that. We want the people to fully understand that we're all a part of this world, you know what I mean? And it should not be hijacked by anyone. You know, we should all be able to full enjoy the beauty of the world and full enjoy the music of the world, because music, you know, what else that makes people feel the way they feel when they're listening to music? There's nothing, you know what I'm saying? So, definitely. You know, we want to be able to do the music and present the music and get the vibes that going, man. That energy, that energetical vibes between, you know, singers and players and people full join the thing, and the response and the energy and the energy and the current and the energy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I love.
So, you know, at this present time, what is your go-to tune? Either one of your own tunes or a tune that you'll listen to at any point. What is your kind of go-to tune?
It's always going to be reggae. You know, it's always going to be reggae music, you know, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, you know what I'm saying? Burning Spear, you know, those type of music are my, like, you know, my spiritual tune. But I also love, you know, the energy of dancehall music too, because it's part of our culture. And, you know, like I love to watch and see the youngsters, you know, being creative with different dance move and stuff like that. And, you know, I try to emulate them, you know, so it's all good. But my choice, you know, like, especially now, Capleton, Sizzla, Buju, you know what I'm saying? Those are the music that inspires me a lot because, and it's maybe because it has a spiritual aspect to it, right? So it definitely inspires me a lot, those type of music. But, you know, not pushing the other music aside. I love music. I love soca music, you know, like my daughter and my son, their mom is from St. Lucian. They love their soca music, and whenever they visit me, they bring their music, and you know, I get down to, man, we do some dancing and thing, you know what I'm saying?
Why not? Why not, man? Definitely. So, you know, what's next for you? What's next for you? What can we as the listeners expect from you next, or up and coming?
Well, we're just doing music, you know. You know, like I want to continue to make music, relevant music, you know, as we see, you know, things happening in the society. We write music in order to be that comfort to the minds and the hearts and the souls of people, you know, because people need that comforting vibe, and music, I think music provided, you know. I mean, it is said that David played music for Saul, and that was the only thing that could make him feel, that would make him feel good. You know what I'm saying? So music is that. And in this particular time too, music is very, very important. And so I want to continue to, you know, to go in the studio, make music, and present more music to the world.
Definitely.
That's what I want to do.
For real. Can we expect an album from you? What do you reckon?
Yes. The album, we have 3 albums that already completed, and we have the 4th one that is also finished, and mix and all these things. But I think I want to delve back into it and make it from a more live perspective, you know, like live instrumentation, you know?
For real.
Yeah. Excuse me. So we want to do, you know, like the album is done, but we want to, you know, focus on it from that perspective.
Definitely. And so how can people check you out? Are you on YouTube, Facebook, on everything?
YouTube, just you don't know, it's shortcut now, you know what I mean? Facebook, and you're gonna see Lazah Current pop up. You're gonna go to YouTube and you're gonna see me pop up. You're gonna see the real Lazah Current on YouTube. You're gonna go to Instagram and you know, just punch in the name Lazah, LAZAHCURRENT, right? You just punch in the name and you'll see me. I'm all over, you know, those platforms. So, you know, just link me there. And if anybody want to get in touch with me, just link me via one of those platforms, and I will respond immediately. You know, once I see it, I will respond. We want to go and do some music. We want to do some music for the world. You know what I mean? We want to hear some phone calls coming in from UK and from Africa and Asia and Russia and all over the place, man. We want to just go sing some music for the people, and so we can full joy ourselves. You know, it's been too long now, this lockdown and this kind of, you know, vibes where there's no, that love and that togetherness and that harmoniousness is not there, you know what I'm saying? we want to be able to get back to that vibes, you know. No, like getting excited, you know, there's a show coming up next week, you know, Barry Salmon is coming to town, or whoever is coming to town. You want to get to that excitement kind of vibe. Louisa Current is coming to town, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we want to get to that vibes where people, you know, are excited again, you know. It's too dark right now. Right now, it's like the sun and the moon is not shining anymore. You know, we want the brightness to be happening again amongst humanity, because you know, we are suns and moons and stars. You know what I mean? So we want to be able to shine. You know, we don't want this darkness. We want to shine bright.
Definitely. For real, definitely. Yeah. So, you know, for those who are locked in, either for the first time of hearing you or they've been fans of you, what would you like to say to them?
I want to say, whole heap of love, man. Whole heap of love from my heart. Passionate love to all my fans and my friends and the people of the world. You know, just passionate love. Unconditional. You know what I mean? We want that kind of vibes to spread. The love vibe. You know, I hear one of the Virgins say love is a virus, and you know, it should spread, you know what I mean? And I say that love is a virus, and you know, like I want to get infected by it.
Yeah.
You know? You know what I mean? So when I said that vibes across the world, man, that is what it's all about at this point in time. You know, so that you can get that energy. Like, you know, come on, the world is not so down. You know, the world is not so down here. You know what I mean? Or this virus, you want to see this virus, the back of this virus, you know, out of here, right? And so we can, you know, like as life circles around and comes around, you know, that goodness comes forward around and the beginning of a new time, you know, a new era of what we're doing musically.
For real, for real. You know, I've got to ask you, would you be up for singing a little something for the listeners out there? What do you reckon?
Lately I don't see you. You used to come around. I was always thinking that you'd wear my empress crown. Lately I don't see you. You used to come around, but lately you've been staying away. Tell me what's going down. Girl, did you hear something that you shouldn't hear? Did you see something that I'm not aware of? Do you want to share those feelings you have inside with me? I'm here to calm your fear. Don't walk away, my heart you tear. Girl, I'll be here for you. You know it's true. I love you.
All right. Wow, definitely one of my favorite tunes, for real. That tune there is absolutely a fire tune, for real. And you know, lots of people are loving your energy. Big shout out to everybody passing through. They're saying keep going. They're sending you fire. They're saying unconditional love is what we need. And you know, I just wanted to big you up to the fullest as an artist, because you're very positive, you're very relevant with what you're doing, and I just thank you for your time and, you know, energy that you're putting forward. It's really appreciated.
Give thanks. I really, really appreciate you having me, and you know, let me talk to your fan base, right? UK, North America, Europe, all over. You know, we give thanks to be able to present, you know, our thoughts and our music, and we're looking forward to be able to come and perform for them wherever they are. You know, that's what I'd love to do. And I want them to, you know, link up, you know, Spotify and CD Baby, where they can find my music and they can download and give it a support, you know, because it's all about that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So more love, man. More love and more energy, man. In this time, we need that. You see it?
Definitely,
love.
Definitely.
Spread it.
People are saying, sing some more. They're sending you fire again. They're loving your vibe. So what a blessing that is.
Why? Them say, trust the science, no defiance. Certain questions, no fear ask. The system is your reliance. Comply or pay the cost. To overcome COVID, them say a dangerous task. Or when you get the vaccine, you still have to wear your mask. We minds will contemplate, we will ponder and will wonder. Information disseminate. Is it facts or propaganda? New strain is now in the mix, so locked down it might be longer. Will you choose to be fearful or get stronger? Why? Why? Question. Why? I know I'll wear mask, but them say that a COVID time, social distance. COVID time, you stay over there, so I over here, so it's not like before. And if you're not about your mask, you'll get or give the virus a sure. So them say, separating family. And it seems as if they want to robotize humanity. But my God is in a me. I am no machinery. My DNA transcending from my ancestry. Why? Question. Why? Them lock them system. Dang. The economy, it dropped down. No poor people business pop down. Still a CI.
Hey. Wow.
That's the
Profile every time. Definitely been a blessing. And you know what? When you're ready, every time you've got something new to come out, anything like that, you've got my support to the fullest, because I know it's going to be positive and upful. So it's been a blessing for real.
Give thanks, DJ Kat, the Kat-a-lyst.
Anytime.
Yeah, you know, music for them can't resist. You know what I'm saying?
For real. Definitely.
Yeah, from DJ Kat-a-lyst. Yeah. Give thanks. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I want to big up some people. I want to big up Karen Delight, my friend, my good friend. I see Donovan Black is online too. I want to big him up, right?
Yeah.
And I want to big up you for inviting me to be a part of your program. I really appreciate it. I want to big up Links, who I did my virtual at her studio. I want to big her up. And we look forward to some, you know, virtual performances coming through the pipeline. It should be coming up very soon. You know, we've done it, and it's just a matter of time before it's out there. So all these things are great things happening. And we say the album, you know, as I said, we're more focused on it being more from a live perspective. So, you know, and we have lots of music that you don't even have, Kat-a-lyst. So, you know, whenever you're ready, you know, whenever you have some now, whenever you need more, just let me know and we will pass them on so the people them can hear the music, you know.
All right, we're ready. We're ready now. We're ready now. For real, definitely.
Okay, no problem. You don't know. We're gonna send you some music, some more music. Yeah, we're gonna send you some more music. No problem at all. No problem.
Definitely. It's been a blessing, like I said. You know, I hope you have a blessed rest of the day and you just keep giving thanks and keep going with what you're doing. It's been a blessing.
Fully up.
Always.
More love and life. Saying big up all of the fans and big up all of the people, all of the listening audience, every time.
Definitely. Bless up. Bless.
Upward.
Yeah, well, I don't know the computer spell 666. We don't know that I don't play can't mix. Probably gonna try fix. Run the way with them tricks. Some just don't realize that revelation is an ungodly program. It's like they just don't understand. I fall about the wrong to destruction. Hear me, son? They just don't realize that revelation is an
Yes, people, give thanks each and every time for coming through and blessing the airwaves. That was Lazah Current. What a blessing he is, sending lots of positive messages, lots of positive energy. Give thanks to everybody who came through. We always appreciate it. Until next time, bless up. Make sure you keep safe and keep well and keep blessed every time. Bless up.